What is up, Planeswalkers? Theorix6 back with some more Magic the Gathering Arena. Be sure to go to flipsidegaming.com and use promo code 6 for 10% off on order over $10. It's a good deal. It helps support the channel. Speaking of the channel, I've fallen on hard times. You might say that I'm a pauper. So we're playing some pauper decks. I think I'm going to do today this deck, and then tomorrow I'll do Persistent Petitioners because that was a large amount of votes. However, there were pretty much an equal amount of votes that said don't play that deck. So I understand that it is kind of meta in the pauper game mode. That's the word I was looking for. So we're instead playing Ill-Gotten Drains. This is a black-white deck that is meant to drain your opponent to death. We have a lot of life gain effects and some life drain effects. So we are running 4 Healer's Hawk because it's an early card that gains us life. I should say that this is kind of bad against the I'm just going to say the mill deck. This is kind of bad against the mill deck just because we don't really have very many ways to fight against them. You could theoretically play some, actual removal in the deck, but I've just found that even if you have that removal, you're going to then kind of fail on your draining. So I kind of just accept that as more or less of a loss and just hope that we can murder our opponent before they can actually mill us out. But Healer's Hawk is very helpful early game. This deck should do pretty well against aggro burn decks because of just the sheer amount of life gain we have. Blight Keeper is... It isn't as good as Healer's Hawk because it doesn't have lifelink innately, but if we start to get to a point where we flood out, then these turn into essentially 8 mana to tap for 8 total points of drain, which is very helpful. Mesa Unicorn, we're running Mesa Unicorn instead of Bishop's Soldier because it looks nicer. It's entirely the reason why. But we have a nice 2 mana 2/2 card that can gain us some life. We have 3 Revitalize. It's a nice way to thin through the deck, very helpful, and it gains us 3 life. Moment of Craving, it gains us life, and it kills many creatures. Unfortunately, of course, it doesn't actually kill the mill creatures, because they have 3 toughness. Sovereign's Bite, it's Drain. It's literally life drain that goes in the deck. Skymarch Bloodletter, it's Drain, that also is attached to a flying body, so we can use this to just hit in, get some damage in, but the Drain is also helpful. Ritual of Rejuvenation is possibly the weakest card. You could get rid of this for removal, but I really like the idea of being able to dig through my deck a little bit faster so I can get to these higher end cards like Ill-Gotten Inheritance, the main reason we're playing this deck. It consistently drains your opponent, and then once you're at a certain point, you can just pay 6 mana to essentially burst them down, which is very, very helpful. That's why we run 4. 3 Epicure of Blood makes Ill-Gotten Inheritance essentially deal 8 damage because of the fact we're gaining 4 life. What is even better is that it turns the rest of our life gain only cards, for example, Revitalize and Ritual of Rejuvenation, into actual damage as well. So that's very helpful. But we are only running 3 because it's a 5-drop, and I also wanted to run some Grasping Thrills because these things have flying, and for some reason this doesn't. I know not all vampires have flying, but meh. Anyway, we are running 3 Grasping Thrulls. It's a 3/3 flyer, which is helpful, and it drains for 2, which is nice. We are running this mana base. You could probably go down to like 23, but I do have 6 5-drops and 4 drops that I really want to be able to cast consistently. So I think 23 is where I prefer. I could definitely be wrong there though. Very briefly, these are just some of the cards we're not running. Hunted Witness, I just didn't like those the other ones. Daybreak Chaplain. The 3 toughness is helpful, but against the burn decks, they have ways of dealing with 3 damage, and I just prefer having the extra point of life gain. Child of Night, similar to Soldier and Unicorn, but she has 1 less point of toughness, so she is technically worse, because, like, Fanatical Firebrand kills her and things like that. Tattered Mummy, it's cool that it forces your opponent to lose life, but it only has 1 power, so it's like, eh. Gruesome Fate is something you can do, and we do technically run a decent amount of creatures, but we typically don't have very many out at once. Orzhov Locket is a nice way to maybe, thin your deck a little bit. If you cut a few lands for them, you can kind of use these as pseudo lands without having to sacrifice too much. You still have card draw and stuff, so it's possible, but I just didn't want to mess with it for the first run. And Loxodon Restorer, it gains you 4 life, but it's a 6 mana card. Even if you convoke it, it's not as good. Now, I did play the first game, and I did win relatively easily, but that was against a non-mill deck, essentially. It was a blue-black control deck, and we were able to just drain them down. So let's see once we start hitting the actual metagame decks. This is a pretty fine hand, honestly. We can go ahead and play out, our Healer's Hawk into either Blight Keeper or Revitalize, and then hit Ill-Gotten Inheritance. So seems decent for sure. I was considering playing a couple games of this, and then oh, okay. I'm sorry, opponent. And then playing a couple games with the mill deck, but I saw that this is going to be lasting about 40 hours, so I should be okay to actually get the mill deck in on time. So, I mean, for what it's worth, it gives me another reason to play this card. I absolutely adore this card. The art is hilarious. Vikaru loves the Death by Coins. Fun fact, once I get to 7th level... I'm not entirely sure. Once I get to a certain level, you might see Vikaru doing something similar. I haven't entirely decided, but I do plan ahead a lot. Okay, so this looks like a white-black deck of some sort. Becomes block, each creature blocking it gets... Sure. Maybe this is a -1/-1 style deck. I can't be entirely sure, but I assume they don't have very much damage possibility on me, so... Sovereign's Bite's nice. Something that we can do this turn. We could Moment of Craving this turn, but I think I'm going to Blight Keeper into Sovereign's Bite. Just be relatively efficient with our mana. And then having the ability to Ill-Gotten Inheritance on turn 4 is very helpful, because we're going to be able to start the drain really early, and we have a nice life buffer already, so... And then, of course, Moment of Craving the turn after on, you know, Plague Man. Yeah, right. They might be playing a similar deck to me, but the only difference is they chose the wrong lands. Yeah, I don't need a block. I have a life buffer. You will talk of your own. Alright, I'm probably gonna... Oh, yes. This is what I'm talking about. Double Inheritance makes the deck even better. So I can just play this next turn. Honestly, I'm fine taking all of this damage if they decide to attack with it, because then I can start attacking back in with my Blight Keeper. Yeah, sure. Oh, alright, fair. Yeah, I mean, that's fair. I think that's the correct decision from them. But my friend, the problem is... We're going to get drained twice a turn, which I essentially nullify this creature entirely. I just realized this thing had 4 hands. 4 arms, I should say. That is disturbing. Who made that? Is that a Rakdos card? Oh, they have one of their own. Interesting. All right. So yeah, we're playing very similar decks. Nah, no blocks. I don't need a block. I think I'm in a Moment of Craving on their Healer's Hawk. Yeah, sweet. It can also play Mesa. Mesa Unicorn allows me to block the Sapperling. Cool, cool. I would love to get Epicure of Blood. Well, I need a land, but hopefully Ritual of Rejuvenation helps with that. But that would make these even better. I'm still winning the race at this point. There's definitely an argument to make for playing... what's that darn card? I can't remember. It's like 3 mana, I think, and it destroys an artifact or enchantment, and you gain some amount of life. I think it might be 4. There's definitely an argument for playing that card. I just really took a glance at the metagame, and I didn't see that many... Yeah, that's fine. I didn't see that many enchantments running around. There were a few from, like, control decks and things. Like, there's a white-blue control deck that runs the like, flash enchantment. You may sacrifice another creature if you do put 2 when one counters on it. Why would you sack that instead of that? It was very strange. Yeah, that's strange. Okay, 1 on top, 1 on bottom. Continue the drain game. Got a land, that's nice. I'm going to go and ritual first, and I'm going to ritual with these 2 since I have a plans in hand. Just to see if we draw anything. Okay, cool. Gives me something else to do. Do I keep pinging them? I mean, I'm not really worried at all about my life total. I'm going to, I guess, pretend that I'm holding something up. But I'm totally fine doing that. I'll probably take these lumps for just a bit since I have this Revitalize, right? So it would suck if my opponent does have the Disenchant Plus card. What the heck is that card called? Gotta load up Scryfall. Let's see, it's white. It says gain life. Severed Strands. Why would you kill that? I guess they're more worried about dying than they are about killing me. If they attack with a sky... I'm functionally going to be taking 1 damage from this. And then only 1... Yeah, okay. I think they realize that. Yeah. Ooh, Epicure of Blood. Don't mind if I do. I'll play that after I play this. So it turns these things into 2 damage pings a pop, right? So my opponent's going to be taking 4 damage every turn. So that's pretty good. Plus the damage from this, and I can block with this. My opponent needs removal on Epicure. As you saw, I didn't play... I mean, they have Severed Strands, but I don't actually play very much removal because the plan is to just have enough life that I don't care too much. Let's see, legal in standard. Sure, those cards are fine. Search with these options. Let's see, what is the card? Invoke the Divine. It was 3 mana instant destroy artifact or enchantment, gain 4. Okay. So, theoretically, something we could play, but not necessary. In my humble opinion. Take a lot of damage. That is... Oh, gotcha, Gasm. No attack. I don't need to attack. Dude's taking 6 damage a turn. Oh, I love it. This is how you play Magic, my friends. Oh, man. This is nice. Sure, tag me with Healer's Hawk. I don't care. Tag me that, too. I'm at 27. No blocks. Ow, I'm at 21. Oh, wait for it. Oh, the triggers. If I draw a land, my opponent's dead. Damn it, not you. Why you tap me like that, Auto Tapper? My opponent's gonna take 2 damage here. Yes. Next turn you will die, even if I don't get a land, because Mesa Unicorn deals 2 damage, regardless of what my opponent does. Or I can just kill them with Ill-Gotten Inheritance, which I will do. Oh, I'm so glad first game this is actually working properly. Good game. Nah, I conceded. Oh well. It's fine. We were able to show the deck off. Our opponent, of course, mulliganed a lot, but with that hand, with that sequencing, I don't think we had too much to worry about. I think at 3 wins is where you get the Pauper advantage, where you like make your money back plus some. So I could be wrong. I think it's 4. I think it's 4 wins. This is a little bad just because of the amount of lands that we have in hand. But if we draw a single land, we have access to 2 Ritual of Rejuvenations, which both draws us cards and, you know, stems the bleeding if this is an aggro deck. So I think I will keep this. It's definitely on the weaker side of hands I'm willing to keep, but the fact that we have both of these cards makes me want to keep it. Thirsting Shade. Interesting. I'm going to play this. This costs like 3 to activate. Yeah, Thirsting Shade's just not nearly as strong as other shades. I would rather pay more up front and have to pay less for the ability than pay less up front and more for the ability. Right? Like, you for normal like Shade, I think it's like 3 mana 2/2. And typically it costs like 1 or maybe 2 mana to activate. So I just don't see this being nearly as valuable. I don't know. I don't think the other shades have access to lifelink innately, so that could be a consideration. Didn't draw land, did draw Sovereign's Bite. That's helpful. Ah, I should have mulliganed. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it was a dumb keep. But luckily, my opponent seems to be on mono black. Burglar. I'll drop one of these Epicures. So I'm not too terribly worried. This could be a rat deck, but I don't see why they would run this instead of just more rats. All right, cool. Revitalize, also a very helpful card. Can I get a land? I didn't, but I got another Revitalize. So I mean, this is essentially what I was saying. Like, if my opponent was on like hard aggro, it'd probably be harder. That's difficult. That's a little frustrating because we don't have access to arts. Come on, draw some lands. Yeah, I guess I should have mulliganed that. That was my bad. That was the greed of the Orzhov. Just the greed of the Orzhov. So they're playing a Drain deck as well. Bit different than mine. I hate everything. I'm not dead yet. Although I've been through a quarter of my deck and only gotten 2 lands. Alright, I'm just going to call it there. That's unfortunate. For what it's worth, if I do end up getting defeated, I'm going to still have it go until, you know, about 30 to 40 minutes. So I can just join another one. Man, the Pauper queue is freaking fast. This is what I'm talking about. Okay, this is a good hand, thank you. I have technically, like, Lightning Strikes and the Moment of Craving, so we should be fine. Green, okay. Quite interesting. I could just Sovereign's Bite now. Yeah, yeah. I don't technically have anything else to do next turn, so I think just Sovereign's Biting now is fine. I assume they're going to play, like, an elf, the 2/2 with Vigilance. Oh, no, they didn't play anything. Cool, cool. We have 4 mana, so that's helpful. I'm just going to Sovereign's Bite again. So they're at 14, I'm at 26. Awesome. If I draw Ill-Gotten Inheritance, I can play it. If I draw another land, I can play both of these. Obviously, you play this one first, and then this. Jungle Man? Jungle Lady. Alright, cool. I drew the extra land. So a part of me wants to wait to see if they're going to try to enchant this. I assume they're going to enchant that, though. But I think that this is maybe a enchantment deck. I don't think they're playing this for the Merfolk. I think they're playing it for the Hexproof card. Yep. Exactly what I expected. So we'll go ahead and kill this. Kind of unfortunate that that is a 4/4. I might even decide to block with Epicure after, like, the second time. Like, once I get my value from Grasping Thrull, I might block it. But, of course, my opponent could have access to more enchantments. But as long as they don't have overall access to, like, more blockers and stuff, then I can maybe raise them. Okay, so I can't block. But it doesn't... Oh, okay. So we decided not to attack. That's very interesting. Is this just 1 damage? Oh, that's annoying. Okay, it makes it slightly less good than I thought. I'm waiting to see the comments in the comment section about that. Yeah, I thought that they lost that much life. Oh well. It's still fine. It's based on Barter in Blood, I think. Tapping me down. Why you tap that one down? I'm not gonna block. Why would you not tap this one down? That doesn't make any sense. Yeah, I don't understand that at all. I'm gonna attack. You're at 11, man. Hopefully my opponent doesn't have any life gain, but opponent's down to 8. I'm still at 20. Very few cards left in hand, but you know, Ill-Gotten Inheritance is good here. Another one of these is good here. Hell, even just like a Revitalize is good because that's 2 life for my opponent, and I get to gain 3 and draw a card. So that was a strange tap. They really should have tapped this. Growth Spiral? Sure, that's fine. Yeah, they decided not to attack. Alright, it's whatever, man. I'll double up on Mesa Unicorn. These can get in for essentially free because of the fact that I have 2 Epicure of Bloods. Even if they die, I'll be able to get in for some damage. So I'm not going to attack. Actually, yeah, so next turn, if they don't set up more defenses, I believe I can just kill them? Oh no, this is lifelink. So lifelink will go on the stack now. So one of them would die, so it would only be 1, 2... Let's see, they block. Okay, I believe that they're dead. Right, so if they block, then 7 damage gets through. One of these dies. And this triggers twice, so this should be lethal. Keyword should be, unless my opponent has a trick. If they have a fog, that's bad. Oh, wait, no, because it prevents, like, all damage. So, I should be fine. My opponent might have something. Oh, okay, both of them are going to die. That's fine. It still puts them to 1. And I still get a nice life buffer, so... You shouldn't block the Thrull. No, he has a fight card! Ugh! Alright, I legitimately didn't expect that. Oh, it still triggers even if he dies. Alright, good to know. I'm dumb. My opponent, hopefully, is still dead. I didn't realize that the trigger still... Because it's when damage happens. So yeah, no, I guess that makes sense. He sees it. But I mean, I can just attack with these two. You can attack them down? Sure, I don't care. I can just attack with these two. And you're dead either way. Yeah, my opponent's dead. Cool, cool. Goodbye, opponent. I'm going to rub this in your face. I'm going to play another unicorn. You're going to die by unicorns. Even if you block with those, I still gain a life. And that means you die. Do you feel in charge? I will be Arena's Reckoning. So 200, 250, yeah. So you break even. Well, you go infinite at 4. You don't break even at 4. Technically, based on the cards you get, you break even earlier. But I am a little torn utilizing Ill-Gotten Inheritance art again, just because I used it relatively recently. But like, it's the main card of the deck. I could use Epicure or Grasping Thrull, but I'm gonna call the deck something like Pauper Ill-Gotten Drains or something. I mean, this is fine hand. So I'm just not sure what I want to do. We have a 1 into either of these. So this looks like we finally hit the Petitioner's deck. So we are going to need to be a little bit more aggressive. So we're probably going to end up Mesa Unicorning first before this. Yeah, okay, so this is Petitioners. I have no idea how this will go. So I'll go ahead and play this out. Attack in. Next turn I can kill this if they decide to block. So I can block in Moment of Craving. They might double block, which would be unfortunate, but... Oh, darn, we didn't get another... I was hoping we got another Swamp so we could play this as well. But we are just going to go ahead and attack in. And I do assume that they're going to double block. But getting rid of one of their Petitioners is helpful. Oh, right, it gives minus. I totally forgot. Unicorn doesn't die. Eat poop. Let's go ahead and Revitalize here. I think I'm better off doing this, because next turn I can play Grasping Thrull, and hopefully smork them down a bit more in the air. I legit didn't mean to attack with Mesa Unicorn. That was a oopsie on my part. Because I could have used the lifelink later. Yeah, that was just a dumb automatic misclick. Okay, so I lose 1. That was a swamp. Didn't need it. So I'm fine with that. Okay, so they have that one. Do they have the 4th? Yep, they sure do. Okay, so they're going to be able to mill me. That's fine. I plan on just killing you in the air, sir. You have 2 cards left. This is 12, so this is 4 turns. I don't know if I can kill them in 4 turns. For what it's worth, if I do end up, like, flooding out a bit, these can help push the last points of damage. But let's see, so they're on 13, this is 5 damage, so that puts them down to 8. This is 3 more, which puts them down to 5. So theoretically, I can kill them in 2 turns. But I think I'm dead before that, right? So, end of my turn, and then beginning of their turn, I think I do just die. Yeah, so this looks like it's just the deck that has Petitioner and nothing else. Which I think is stupid. I think you should run other cards, but... Okay, Guildgate is not helpful. So 33, 12 down is 11. But I think they can actually... Oh no, it costs mana to do this, right? To do the top one? Yeah, so they can't actually just do more. So that's 11. I'm going to do this and Guildgate. Well, I almost targeted myself. So they go down to 5. So they're dead on their next turn. Like I go down to 21. Yeah, and then on their turn they can only take me down to 7. Unless they just draw another petitioner. So if they draw 2, if they have 2 petitioners in hand, which it looks like they do, then I'm dead. I was so close. Yep, that's pretty frustrating. I was very close. I guess if I drew like 1 fewer lands and 1 more like action spell, maybe I could have won, but damn. That's frustrating. But for what it's worth, we only essentially spent 50 gold. I assume I have these uncommons anyway, so. Let's see. What is the time at? It's at 26. You know what? Let's finish this sealed games. It's still Orzhov, so, you know, it's still on theme. Nobody's in the sealed queue, I guess. Kind of unfortunate. There we go. Alright, let's see. I mean, we have kind of early-ish removal. There's some gate stuff going on. Technically only 1 white, but we have Kaya's Wrath. I don't think otherwise that'll be a problem, so I think I'll keep this, especially since I'm going first. Just to remind everyone, this is essentially a Orzhov Splash Red deck that does use Ill-Gotten Inheritance as one of its main win conditions, so for what it's worth, still technically on theme. My opponent looks to be having some Guildgates as well. This instant, cool. So if my opponent casts something that has less than 3 power, or 3 or less power, I can kill it. Nope, decided not to. Does this person have a counterspell? Probably. Yep. Darn. I hate you. No, play Seraph. I can give her... Death animation's so good. I could theoretically give her Death Touch, but they trade right now. But the plan is to play Teysa first, so I can just get double triggers. Chillbringer. I'm not allowed to have any fun. For what it's worth, I've gone undefeated until now, so kind of fine, I suppose. Let's see, so 3 and 3, so I could Mangler into Ministrant before I play Teysa. Yeah, I think I'll do that. And the main reason for this is next turn, if I draw another land, then it's technically more mana efficient to do it this way, because I can play Teysa and Grotesque. And get rid of this Chillbringer. Play Teysa, attack in with this. Don't really care if this dies, because then I'll get the same amount of power back. I don't think there's any board wipes that affect this board in just white and blue in this format. I'll take the lumps. Ow. Seeker's Insight. Alright, that's fine. That just means that you don't have a counter spell. I don't think there's a counter spell for this. Oh, cool. I can actually kill that if I want to. And we did draw land. That's helpful. I'll go ahead and do this. And I guess there's not really a point in attacking with this. Although I get 4 tokens from it. I'm pretty sure I'm going to kill this because it has more, like, value. But I actually want to give her Vigilance. Crap. I guess I'm just not going to attack yet. I do want to kill this now, though. I don't want them being able to filter their hand, so. Can I attack with Ministrant and get essentially an upgrade on Ministrant? Yeah, let's do that. They really shouldn't block here. Yeah, okay. My opponent is smart. They're also at like 4 wins, so I kind of expect that. That's unfortunate. Man, are you serious? Ugh. Can't get a break. Oh! Don't mind if I do. Cool. I'll attack with these 2, thank you. And then next turn I can have a creature. I can start getting creatures from this. And if I draw another land, I can get 2 of them. So I'm down to 1, which is incredibly dangerous, but they're flying. So I can't do much about that. I did draw another land, so that's helpful. They do have lifelink from Teysa. So I think I'm going to attack in with Ministrant. But Teysa would be double blocked, probably. And then I would lose the lifelink on my spirits. Oh, I just realized there's only 1 creature card in their graveyard. Damn. I kind of need them to block this. Damn. The Law Mage is binding. Ugh. Damn. Yeah. I guess maybe I should have attacked. Yeah, I guess seeing that now, I probably should have attacked with Teysa. That's really frustrating. Nice, I'm just going to attack all in. Yep. You gotta give it to them. They have a good flip. I didn't realize this was... Oh, right, it's at 2-2 because of this? Yes. Okay. Oh, no, I still died. Damn it. God. Shoot. I am a sad man. All right, well. No one's beating this deck. no one in the world is beating that deck. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and cut that off there. It's kind of a little bonus thing. Let's go for Rivals of Ixalan. Spreading out the pack love. Yeah, sure. If I need to play some Merfolk. Go home. Jeez. Oh, right. I plan on playing Simic Merfolk at some point. Anyway, I'd like to thank my lovely patrons, especially Salamander, for their continued support. If you'd like to join them in supporting the channel, find links to that down in the description below, along with links to the Discord server and links to my Ethereum account. I do hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, go and tap that like button, add a subscription to your mana pool, cast a comment to the comment section down below, and pass turn to your friends. I was trying to figure out a way to tell people to share the videos, but I couldn't figure out a good one that has magic terminology. So if you guys have any idea, post them in the comments. And until next time, I will be one.